Presidente. Was they keep saying El
El
Presidente?
Presidente beer was the only one. Yeah, hey everybody, we're back. We're live. Sorry, I was talking about my vacation. Fireside Chronicles is back in full effect, or partial effect. We're missing a couple guys. Fresh off half a week in the Dominican Republic, enjoying some Dominican cigars I brought back. This Flor de Tamboril. I guess it's only available down there. I bought it from some guy on the beach, so I don't really know. It was a good time, but I missed this.
Yeah.
I was excited, the minute I got back that this was something we were going to get back. It was Friday last. I was definitely sitting there drinking, thinking about you all while I was sitting in my pool, getting fucking hammered on Mai Tais and frozen drinks and shit. So yeah, it was a good time, and I'm drinking this Bardstown Bourbon Company, The Prisoner, today. Finished in French oak red wine barrels, and I already spoke about the cigar. And Peanut Gallery is here, and Burks or Tyler's going to tell us a little bit about the tequila selection today.
Yeah, well, first off, we missed you. We spent the last Friday in Uncle Mark's backyard. We didn't go live, but we got fucked up though.
Making me proud.
Yeah,
making me proud.
So it was a good time. But we do have our first submission to our group taste testings. Our first official company submission to our group taste testings, which is cut into our celebrity brand tastings that we have been going on. So Siempre Tequila is our submission for our group taste testing today.
Now, what do we know about this brand?
Shit, you put me on the spot there.
Well, you're supposed to be prepared for the show, man. Come on.
Proper preparation prevents poor performance.
Right. I know that. Look, as you can see, these bottles have been tapped. It's not available here in Chicago right now. It is a beautiful brand. The lineup you're gonna get it's gonna cost between $35 to around $60.
Very reasonably priced.
For the bottles. I'll wait to give my opinion on the flavor of them, because as you can see, I tapped into all three of them. Can't really see the añejo, but if you look close enough, you'll see this has some pours out of it. So I've tapped into it already. I know exactly which one I like the best. I know I like the line overall. But we're gonna, see what the guys are thinking about this. Right now they have the Blanco in their glass. We're pairing with this, and we'll
Nice.
go from there.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited about this Prisoner. Bardstown Bourbon Company I've talked about it a ton on the show. I've written about various bottles they've done, and I just took my first sip. This is 100 proof, about $120 for the bottle. Super smooth. Obviously, when you finish something in red wine barrels, it's gonna really smooth out on the back end. And what do you think of the stick so far?
So far, so good. Has a nice medium body to it. Nothing too peppery. It's pairing nice with the tequila. I'm happy. I'm happy with it so far. It's just hot as fuck out here.
It is very, very fucking warm right now.
And I can't really talk right. Because I'm fucking hot. But yeah, man. Tell us about how the Dominican was.
It was great, man. Unfortunately, fortunately, but also unfortunately, we stayed at an all-inclusive, so you're not exactly drinking top shelf liquor while you're there. Although there was one bar in the resort that had a couple of nicer selections. But from the bourbon side, all you really saw was Jim Beam, Jim Beam, Jim Beam, Jim Beam, and I'm not touching that. I brought a bottle of Weller 12 down with me, so I sipped on that a couple of nights with some nice people that we met. Smoked a cigar almost every day I was there. One of these, I smoked a Monte Cristo. I smoked a Romeo y Julieta one night. Cigars are everywhere down there. You're paying resort prices, so it's a little higher. But then I bought this box from the guy on the beach. He came at me with this giant bag full of every kind of cigar, Davidoff, Monte Cristo, Cohiba, all Cubans, you know, and you're looking at it and going, this is a guy on the beach in a resort in Dominican Republic. There is no way any of these cigars are real.
Right.
There's no way, right? So I basically told him so, and he reaches in and finds this box of these Florida Tamborillos. I looked him up on my phone real quick. You can't find them in America, which pretty much means there's no reason to fake them. So I worked out a deal. He originally asked for $300 for the box. I got him down to $200, which works out to about $8 a stick.
We've got
The Stace man is showing up.
Stacey, man.
hey,
Look,
we got
cameraman.
hey, we got Sip Life VP.
What up, Sip Life?
Says love the DR. So we
it's
got
great.
someone else
It's
that's
great. I had a beautiful time down there. I mean, I really did. The people are overwhelmingly friendly wherever you go. You know, we were in the resort, we were out of the resort. Everybody's just smiling and happy. And, you know, even you took a bus to a little excursion. On the way, people are waving from the side of the road, like happy faces. Stace, what's going on, man?
Stace, you ready to kick your replacement out?
No, he good.
Take this guy, Stacy. Take this guy.
I want to give you guys too. I have someone, Jackie. She started following you guys. Somebody I know. She told her log in and follow, check in. So
We met a nice couple at dinner one night. We went. They had a hibachi Japanese restaurant.
Yeah.
And we're sitting there eating, and so this guy's like, I need to do a shot of tequila. And he asked what they have, and it's like literally like Cuervo, Patron, a couple things, that's it. And you can just see the disappointment on his face. So you knew that he kind of knew his shit.
Yeah.
So I had a really good talk. Unfortunately, I can't remember the names, but I definitely got 2 follows for TLA at that dinner. And if you guys happen to be watching, great to eat and drink with you guys. And you know, young couple, super nice people, and we saw them a couple more times while we were there. And I watched them do it. They definitely followed TLA from the phone, and Suburban Bourbon Dad as well. And so
Sip Life says that they went to a city near Puerto Plata.
Okay, we were in Punta Cana, and it was great, man. I mean, honestly, no pressure, just sitting there drinking Mai Tais and stupid frozen pina coladas and cheap ass El Presidente beer. Drunk every day by 4 in the afternoon.
That's what you're supposed to
Take a nice nap, get up, go to dinner.
Yeah.
Watch a stupid cover band play bad versions of American rock and pop songs. And then go to the casino for a little bit and pass out. That was pretty much it. It was really nice, man.
Sounds
Much
like a
needed
good
for the
time
wife
to do
and I after, you know, basically a year and a half of being stuck, not being able to go anywhere, do anything, you know, all that.
Yeah.
So we had a blast. It was great.
Right.
So,
Well, we got to get Stacy straight over here.
Stacy, hit a glass.
We have Siempre Tequila for
our new friends here.
We have our taste testing.
Oh, I thought you was doing it like you did the last time. Okay.
No. These are for us to give our opinion on once those guys cool
But
down.
you have to go in order.
Yeah,
you have to go in order.
Bronco. Then here soon we're gonna call the other peanut gallery back over here to get their opinion.
Dude, that sun is brutal.
I know it's brutal
Yeah,
right now.
it's really
brutal.
bad.
You know, so we waiting.
Kind of don't blame them at all.
Yeah,
I don't.
I don't either.
Plus, they
'Cause
might
I'm
be
sweating my ass off.
They might
right
be
now.
smoking weed over there, too.
They are smoking.
Yeah,
over there.
Listening from a distance over
Right.
there. I saw
But yeah, we had some other good stuff going on.
I used to be in a
We had
camera.
we have the TLA Master Nobel store pick for Ken
Oh,
Wood.
I can't wait to talk about this, man.
Yes.
So first of all, from a bourbon lovers and bourbon aficionado and bourbon obsessed person, fuck you. All right? I'm going to start there with a giant fuck you for me taking you into my store, introducing you to my guy, and 3 weeks later you're helping him out with a barrel pick. I've been shopping in that store for 2 years. I could shop in that store for 10 more years. This dude is never going to let me help him with a barrel pick for bourbon because he is just so good at it. He does not need my help. But hold on, I've said that to him. I said, you let Tyler help you with a barrel pick. He's been in here 3 times. He goes, what can I say? I don't know tequila, and the dude knows his shit. And I go, fair enough. So I am overwhelmingly excited for you about this pick, man.
Thank you.
Excited for the whole TLA family. I want to hear everything about it, start to finish. I want this to be a big topic for the show today. I'm so pumped that TLA is going to have its own fucking barrel of tequila. That is just amazing.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
walk us through the whole thing, man. Tell us the process.
Honestly, it was.
I'm interviewing you now.
Yeah.
So,
It was honestly, it was a pretty dope process.
All this shit is right here.
I went in there,
I can imagine.
you know, the Master Nobel, he works for Proximo. The guy actually walked past me, and I'm sitting there just like, who is this guy? You know, first off, and we had to wait for him to, get set up and everything. He comes in with this wood box, and it had Master Nobel engraved in the wood box.
and you have this box now, right? Because we saw.
I don't
on
have the box.
We saw you had a video on the channel.
Yeah,
right?
it's post from I think Wednesday. It's Wednesday's post.
Yeah.
You see this box. So we're coming in here, and I'm wondering how we're gonna get this all set up and everything. We started with plastic cups. I'm like, no, I don't know. The guy had some glass. I'm like, look, if you don't have me taste some tequila, you have me, give you my true opinion, I need the glass.
Yeah.
I need the glass. Give me some water. Let's do this right. So we get up. He sets up and everything. We're back there, and honestly, I was a little nervous. I was a little nervous to start.
I would be too, man. It's every bourbon lover's dream, but I'd be terrified doing it. What if your palate is off and you pick the wrong shit? Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm trying the first one, and as everyone knows, if you drink a tequila, if it's your first sip, it's gonna be peppery as fuck. So I'm trying. I'm like, man, I gotta let it coat the palate. Had to go through my whole process and everything on trying a new tequila to get my whole opinion.
So I want to interject here for our less experienced listeners and viewers, right?
Right.
So this process here that he went through, essentially everybody knows that all these spirits, bourbon, tequila, rum, cognac, port, you name it, wine, all of it, these are all aged in these oak barrels.
Right.
No matter what happens, no two pieces of oak are the same. No two warehouses are the same. And I've talked about this a little bit in the past. No two floors of the warehouse are the same.
Right.
So every single individual barrel of these spirits is going to be different.
Right.
There's no way around it. It's definitely a fact. You get the finest single barrel bourbon in the world. Any two bottles of it are going to be different. They're going to taste different because there's no way around it. Barrels are different. Environments are different. It is what it is.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I just want to make sure everyone that's watching kind of has a sense of exactly what you're doing. You're drinking from three, in your case, I think it was four.
4 different barrels.
4 different barrels that are all going to be wildly unique
Yeah.
and different from each other.
Yeah.
So,
And
okay.
they were.
I'll let you go back to it.
The first one was very fresh agave, but strong pepper. But it was my first couple sips. So the palate has to calm down, has to, coat the throat. If anyone knows, if you take your first drink of tequila, first sip of whiskey, bourbon, whatever it is, it's gonna burn the most on the first couple drinks.
Absolutely.
Because your throat has to adjust. So you kind of want to just take your first 2 drinks, sit it down, come back to it later. So we have the first 2 drinks. When we have the first pour, I'm like, okay, this is strong pepper. I'm looking over at TJ, seeing what he's thinking, seeing if he's following what I'm doing and everything.
And he's drinking the same barrel as you
He's drinking the same as
at
me.
the same time.
Yep.
Okay.
Same exact time. So we move on to number 2. And as soon as I'm drinking, I'm like, man, shit is pretty damn delicious. It's nice fresh agave, nice sweetness on the back end, just a slight pepper to it.
And we all know, by the way, that Maestro Nobel is a brand you're very familiar with.
Yes,
Right? So
yes.
you know what this tequila is supposed to taste like.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Did you do any prep going in? Did you drink a little Maestro Dobel like the night before, or
No.
any of that? You just wanted to go in fresh.
I just went in fucking fresh, and I hadn't had anything to drink the night before, and I was just excited to drink some freaking tequila. I mean, who's not? Especially if it's for a barrel pick. I was just excited about the project. So, you know, we're going down the line. I'm going to number 2. I'm like, this shit is delicious, you know? So, get my drink of water and everything, cleanse the palate between number 2 and number 3. Go to number 3, and this thing tastes like a chocolate glazed donut. It literally tastes like a chocolate glazed donut.
Now, rewind a little bit and just remember to our viewers, these are 4 different tequilas, but they're all exactly the same.
Yeah.
The way they're produced, the plants they come from, the age, everything is exactly the same. The only difference is different barrel, maybe a different warehouse, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So you've got chocolate glazed donut, which is something. Have you ever experienced that flavor in tequila
never.
before?
I've never. Personally, I've never had, and that one, I never had that taste in any tequila I've ever had before in my life. My first time ever tasting a strong chocolate in a tequila, and it was delicious. So, cleanse my palate, I go to number 4. Number 4, immediately I'm like, okay, this is not as good as these other 3.
My understanding with those barrel picks is, I really only know bourbon-wise. Every time it happens, there's always one that it's just like immediately out. No way this is happening. And the way that tends to work, basically from talking to TJ at Kenwood,
Yeah.
the way I know this is, the way I understand it is that they just roll the barrels over, right? So if they start the process with the first tasting with 4 barrels. Someone picks one, they put a new barrel in.
Right.
Someone picks another one, they put a new barrel in. And eventually that barrel that no one ever picked is the last barrel standing, right? And it just gets flushed down the toilet or thrown into a small batch or, whatever. So there's always one that's garbage, every time.
Right. Well, the one that was immediately eliminated just so happened to be the normal formula for Master Dobel, which is weird. But I said to the guy, I'm not saying that this is not delicious. It's a delicious tequila. But I'm comparing it to the other 3. Compared to the other 3, this is not as good.
Right.
And what he did in there is he just did it to be able to see if someone can pick it out.
And you did it.
Yeah, if someone can pick out just a normal formula from a higher end formula.
So that does a couple things for you. It impresses the Dobel rep, right? It impresses TJ. He's immediately going to be like, damn, I was right. This guy does know his shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a big deal because if this thing sells through and does what we think, with our amazing fan base out there, everybody we know is going to have a bottle of this shit. Fucking Neville's going to be driving there, picking up a bottle of this shit. Stacy's definitely going to do it, or maybe we'll mule one back for him if he doesn't want to drive to Oaklawn.
That's how
Right.
I rotate. We quick pay and
But I feel like everybody we know is going to have a bottle of this tequila in their house.
Yeah.
And, just that traffic alone.
Yeah.
Like I envision a time when, you and I go in there together and we're buying 6 bottles each
Yep.
and bringing them back. And I'm sure he'll give you a couple for free for the,
Yeah.
for the privilege of letting you pick his barrel.
Yeah.
But man, what a cool fucking experience. So keep going. Yeah.
Yeah, so number 4 is immediately eliminated. It did just immediately impress the Master Dobel, the rep that was there doing the taste testing for us. And because he was just like, because immediately as soon as I took a sip of number 4, I'm like, yeah, this is not as good as the other 3. And he's like,
Now, is this dude familiar with TLA before?
no, never heard of him.
All right. That's great. That's even better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we do that. I'm like, I look at TJ. And I'm like, well, to me personally, just from what I've had, 2 and 3 are my 2 favorites right now. And he's looking at me. He's like, you know what? Those are my 2 as well. I'm like, but I want to taste one again because those were my first sips. So
Right.
I don't know
Let
if
me
it
go
was
back.
just
Yeah.
I don't know if it was just me. It was just like the first drinks that I needed to coat my palate with, or if it was actually not as good as the other two.
Right.
So we go back. I told him, he didn't know as well. I'm like, look, after every sip, you need to cleanse your palate with some water. So we go back. We try number one again. It was, less pepper because, throat has been coated and everything, but still wasn't as good as number 2 and 3. So we go back. We have those two, and I'm not gonna tell you which one was chosen on camera, but between 2 and 3 was the one.
You had excellent tequilas to choose from. For sure.
Yeah. And
So yeah, the coolest thing is I went into Kenwood today. 'Cause I'm in there every Friday. I said, so how'd it go, man? How'd the tasting go? And he was clearly very impressed. He was just like all smiles, like it was great. I can't wait to get these bottles in. We're gonna have the TLA logo on the barrel itself for display. It's gonna be a great display piece. I'm gonna give the barrel to Tyler when I'm done. He's gonna have it in his house.
yep.
And then we'll work together and refinish it the way I did the one he gave me.
Oh, I'm a woodworker.
Oh yeah, you know exactly what to do.
Yeah.
I just think that's the coolest thing ever, man. I'm blown away by it.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome.
I'm very happy with it. And we now are going to be starting doing some business with Proximo.
Cool.
So Proximo.
You talking about with Kenwood and
No,
Oh.
TLA.
TLA?
And
Okay.
Suburban Bourbon Dad is going to start doing business with Proximo.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Because they have bourbons, they have tequilas for us to represent. Now, from the tequila side of things, it's going to be Master Nobel, Jose Cuervo, not Jose Cuervo Gold or Silver. It'll be the De Familia brand.
Shit we know you like.
Yes.
Yeah.
It'll be 1800 Millennium. It'll be Grand Centenario, the Extra Añejo, and then we have to have you talk to him about what bourbon brings.
I'm in. Let's go. Connect us. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So, did we get a sense from the rep about how long it's going to take from the pick to the bottles actually being in the store?
3 to 4 months.
Yeah, that's about right. That sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
3 to 4 months. You'll be able to get your Master Nobel TLA Kenwood collab.
Awesome, man.
It'll
Awesome.
on the bottle it'll say.
And I'm sure you'll be posting plenty about the address of the store, and as soon as it's ready, and you'll be able to tell everybody exactly where to go to get it, and
Yep.
But
Yep.
shout out big time to Kenwood Liquors in Oak Lawn. Those guys are amazing. They've taken good care of me for years now at this point.
Yeah.
They take great care of him already. Just a couple of months of going in there, not even.
Yeah.
Those guys are just fantastic. And what's real cool is that people from our neighborhood do end up going up there and shopping. There was a time a few weeks back where I was in there having a drink with TJ, and Shan walked in just to buy a bottle of tequila or something, or margarita mix or something she was buying, because she's a real estate agent, so she's in that area all the time. And I just look, what the fuck is she doing here? This is 25 minutes away.
Right.
Yeah, so great store, great family that owns it, great people, couple of different locations. Absolutely, Kenwood Liquors, Oak Lawn. It's another spot in Homer Glen if you can get into either one. Yeah, great stuff.
It'll have about 20 cases of it. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, a couple hundred bottles.
Yep.
Yeah, it'll. But I would expect it to sell out pretty fast,
Me too.
right? I would think.
What's happening?
It's
3
4 months.
or so months. Yeah, 3 or
Yeah.
4 months. Yeah, and we'll be able to get multiple bottles for everybody in the neighborhood. Like, I'm in there twice a week. He's in there at least once a week at this point.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
What
it'll be
about-
no problem. So
Somebody said, they really didn't say it, but somebody said behind the camera, what about people outside the neighborhood?
People outside the
if
neighborhood.
you're in the Chicagoland
AKA
area,
Brad, AKA B, you will be able to get it.
yeah, if you're in
Yeah.
the Chicagoland area, you'll be able to get it.
Yeah.
Because this is Oak Lawn. This is 20-something minutes away from here. It's not in
Don't think
our
he-
neighborhood at all.
Right, so you'll be able to get it. But first, I want to get perspective on the. Let's get going on the.
Yeah, let's talk about the Siempre. Yeah,
So-
let's get everybody's feedback.
So B, what do you think of the Blanco so far?
I don't. I used to love Blanco until I met Burks. So I'm not feeling it because I don't mess with
What's
Blanco.
your
I don't
favorite
mess with
notes
Blanco
there?
anymore.
Because you got to move on to the repo.
Yeah, I'm saying I'm ready for that. I just wanted to. I tried to go out of line. I tried to go in Yeho, but my man told me I couldn't do it. I had to go.
Well,
So Blanco's not your thing. That's
No.
what we're getting.
I
No.
like this. It's actually pretty smooth.
So we got some
give him the camera.
smooth related comments coming over here
Yeah,
from
it was.
So we're gonna go to
Stacey and Nell.
Stacy.
Very
Stacy, let's get
Because
Stacy on.
normally-
But my man though, you know, I don't
Normally,
like camera shy
Blanco
over here.
is generally a little harsh, but that was actually very smooth. I mean, it was good. I liked it. It was good.
That's the word that came to my mind. It was smooth. I liked it. I don't know what's wrong with you. But, so far,
What's wrong with who?
So far, pretty good.
I don't know tequila much, but if you're talking about a smooth Blanco, I know enough to know that that's pretty surprising.
This, and you know me, this is a damn smooth Blanco.
Yeah, you don't touch Blancos for the most part.
No.
Yeah.
This is a damn smooth Blanco. Myself and Pete cracked this open on Wednesday. I got to get his perspective before they went to
He's
Ohio.
always drinking on Wednesday.
Well, Indianapolis. I keep saying
Yeah, they're in
Ohio. They're in
Indianapolis
Indianapolis.
There's some travel baseball.
He actually liked this Blanco as well. Mike, we did not get his opinion on the Blanco, but we do have his opinion on the
You want the
Añejo.
repo?
Okay.
Very good.
But I mean, I mixed this up with a Paloma as well.
Oh, how was that?
Damn
I
good
saw
in the
I saw
Paloma.
you posted about that, right?
Yeah. It was damn good in the Paloma. Well, that was a different brand, but this brand right here, I didn't post about that, but this was damn good in the Paloma though. We did it in a Ruby Red Grapefruit Paloma. Damn, it's hot.
Yeah, it's fucking warm.
Yeah.
This might be the shortest show ever, just
Yeah.
because we're all sweating our balls out.
Exactly. So we can move in the fucking shade. But yeah, it was great in the Paloma. I imagine it'll be great in the Margarita. It's one of those tequilas that you want to pour a little bit more into it because once you get the taste of it in the Paloma or Margarita, whatever, it tastes even better.
Now, am I right to say that the vast majority of tequila drinkers aren't really generally drinking Blancos straight and neat like this?
No, actually, it's the opposite.
So it's okay. Break it down for us.
So, well, I'll say the tequila snobs or tequila aficionados, they are huge on Blancos because the purest form of
Purest form of
the
tequila.
tequila. So they say it's giving you the purest taste of that expression of tequila. Me personally, with having a love of bourbon, having a love of whiskey, I like the age.
Yeah, I will say the darker and older the tequila, for me, I can stand it better. Blancos never really worked for me, but I've had a ton of añejos that are just fantastic.
Yeah.
And extra añejos, that's a whole other level, right? So,
Right.
yeah, I'd agree with the tequila.
Yeah.
It's smooth, man. It's smooth.
Now, Brad, have you had the
It's sweet.
reposado?
It's got some little sweet, little
That
I had
was
a-
a little sweeter in it.
Hold on, we're gonna get Brad's.
vanilla.
Brad, finish your
vanilla?
drink, man. We're at the tasting portion of it.
Like vanilla crown. You ever-
I might have over poured for the tasting. I might have.
dump
Yeah,
it.
you don't want that.
No, don't do that.
No, we'll get another glass.
And dump it.
Get another glass,
But here's the other thing with it.
and then we're gonna get Stacy's and
Smell is-
and
Don't smell.
Ned.
I think it was
well, my sight-
okay.
on the way to
It was which one did we have? We had a reposado 2 weeks ago.
We had the
Was that the Rock?
Terramana
Yeah,
2 weeks
it
ago.
gets sweet
Yep,
like
Terramana, that was the last show. Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I like that one better.
You like Terramana better?
Yeah.
Okay. Stace.
It's a lot.
Hold on.
Oh,
Brad.
Brad, you're
Cameraman.
dropping the ball with the camera, man.
Well, maybe if the real cameraman would have came on time. You know.
This one is
Stacey
a
deserves
little
a break every now
sweeter.
and again.
Right.
For my palate at least. I mean, it's not bad though. It's still smooth. It's just a tad bit sweet, but it's still good. I mean,
vanilla or something like
I don't
that.
So you don't
Van-
love the sweetness.
Vanilla
yeah,
notes.
I'm not a sweet liquor type person. I like mine to be, strong,
Right.
You know, but it's not bad. It's actually pretty smooth, and when you smell it, I mean, it smells amazing, but it's just, you know, you don't expect that sweet taste
It is sweet.
when you
Yeah.
sip it. You know what I mean? But it smells good.
It's like vanilla or something.
Don't taste bad. Like I said, it doesn't taste bad. It's just that I don't prefer sweet liquor. So anything sweet kind of turns me off. But
Gotcha.
That's all.
All right.
Yeah, I'm there too. It's let's see what they're doing. For certain people, this might be the thing, but it's it is sweet. I don't know if what is it? Vanilla? What's
Yeah, it's a strong vanilla sweetness to it. Some caramel in there.
Yeah.
Pops, I would say like a mixture of caramel and vanilla that's in there. You know, personally myself, I like it. This is probably one of my favorite repos out of all the reposados I've ever had.
Right. And I know you're not as big into repos.
Right.
It's that dessert tequila.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That turns you off a little bit. Like
Right.
It's not. It's always kind of not been your thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So me personally, it's one of the better repos. I would definitely buy this repo. I think it would be great in a mixed drink as well, because of that sweetness. Especially something like you mix it with like pineapple juice.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yes.
Add a
pineapple
little
juice.
tart to the sweet.
Hey.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I get it. Yeah, that makes sense.
You know,
And you made a
and that would be
Paloma.
great.
Which one did you use? It was this one, right?
I use the Blanco.
The Blanco for the Paloma.
Yeah, I use Blanco for a Paloma.
You think the Paloma would be good
That's the only
with
thing
the
you can do is all you can
repos?
I would do more pineapple juice.
Pineapple. Okay.
More of that.
Yeah.
You know, more of like a pineapple juice or like a passion fruit,
Because that's what
something like that.
Passion fruit's a good call.
Maybe even a mango. I may do a mango.
Yeah. Okay.
Boy,
You know,
said some papaya.
Good.
T.S. Waddle 3 said, what y'all drinking?
All right,
Siempre.
so we got a couple things going on here. One, thank you to our new friends at Siempre Tequila for giving us the Blanco, the Reposado, and the Añejo. These are, as I've been told, not currently available in Chicagoland, but they're a growing brand. Lots of good things happening with these guys, and I think you're probably going to start to see them in more markets coming forward. And I'm drinking Bardstown Bourbon Company, The Prisoner, which is aged in French oak red wine casks. Now, Stacy, I need you to try this one before you leave,
We'll do.
because your favorite bourbon you ever had
The cherry.
was the Armagnac
Yeah.
Bardstown Bourbon Company.
Right, it was
Same
that one.
exact shit.
Yeah.
So I need you to get in on this one before you leave tonight, because I want to know what you think.
We'll do.
This is a question for me. You guys know what siempre means in Spanish?
Always or new?
Always, forever.
Yeah, always, forever, right?
Yeah, always, forever. However you want to use it.
I only know that because I just came back from the Dominican Republic.
That boy know all the
Now
lingo.
I speak Spanish, apparently.
You know, pass it around.
Yeah, I'm checking out. It's a beautiful bottle, by the way.
Stacy, I want to know what you think of that stick.
He don't like
Dude,
being on
this is
camera.
the freshest cigar
He don't
I've
like being on
had.
camera.
It's delicious, right?
It is. It
Yeah.
is.
Just saying.
I just because they both asked
Trying to
me, like,
respect-
how's that
be
stick?
respectful.
I'm
Feel
like,
free to
dude,
grab. I got a
smells
few
delicious.
here. I mean, grab another one. I've got 15 more at
I was just
home.
gonna say, let me know. I told you
When
I'll get the
I'll
bottle
grab
from them.
Jason,
So
when I get the
dude,
bottle,
this is
Yeah.
this is very
I'll hook
nice.
you up. Yeah, for
This
sure.
is nice. I'm glad you gave this to me first. 'Cause
Yeah.
it smells
I
delicious.
just wanna.
No, it's
No, it
really
smells
nice.
good. It tastes good.
And my whole thing with the Dominican with the
This
cigars
is-
was
I told you this is
yes.
a good stick.
don't
dude. This-
want to get fucked
Right.
and come home with some fake bullshit. Cohiba Cuban
Oh yeah,
thing.
this is where it's at right here.
Like there's so many
That's what-
fakes out there.
Oh,
All right.
I already know this tastes good.
Yeah.
This the Añejo, right?
He almost said, yeah, man. He almost busted out the yeah, man.
I didn't get it, but it's good. I like
It almost slipped.
Yeah, it getting close. It's all right.
So yeah, the other thing I guess I wanted to just make sure I got a chance to say on the show is obviously Father's Day weekend.
Absolutely.
Most of us here are fathers.
Happy Father's Day, gentlemen.
Happy Father's Day to all of you. Happy Father's
Father's
Day
Day,
to the
everyone out
fathers
there.
that are watching. Brad can go fuck himself. I just made him spit up his drink. Look at that shit.
Hey, G, that was not
Water. It was water.
Hey, was it that funny though, Ty? Was it that funny?
But seriously, I mean, it's an important weekend, especially in this day and age when the world is starting to open up and return back to normal, like we can all go be dads now in a way that, maybe 6 months ago it was really hard to be a dad. Locked in your fucking house with your kid all the time.
Right.
Now we can go places, we can do things, we can really be dads again,
Right.
And it's great. So cheers, big time to all the dads out there,
Yeah.
all the dads right here, all the dads out there.
Definitely.
Cheers to a
Cheers, my
great
friend.
Father's Day.
Cheers,
And
my brother.
I'm lucky, I just want to say this, without getting too emo. I'm lucky to be surrounded in our neighborhood and our family here with some pretty excellent, pretty amazing dads. I see what you guys all do for your kids, and it's you guys set examples. Everyone here in this neighborhood, including a bunch of people that are not here today, you guys set examples on how to be a good dad, and it's an amazing thing. So,
Doing the
cheers
job.
to all of you.
Keep
Yeah.
doing the job.
Salute.
Good job.
Yeah. I will say as well, of course, happy Father's Day. Let's not forget, very, very important holiday, official holiday that is now.
Yes. I was
Juneteenth.
waiting for you to bring this up.
Juneteenth. If you guys do not know what Juneteenth is, go do your research. But in essence, it was a day that the slaves were officially freed.
And I wanted to actually, as the white guy in the group, maybe not the most appropriate for me to bring it up, but now that you brought it up, I want to get a sense, like, my understanding is that even the black community in America, before last year, didn't really mark this as a holiday, right? Am I wrong?
You are wrong in a sense of saying last year in the time frame.
Well, break the time frame down for me, because
So I mean,
I know that it wasn't taught in my school. growing
it
up,
hasn't been
right?
taught in
Like,
schools. It hasn't been taught in schools pretty much at any time.
Yeah.
But it has always been a part of black culture.
Okay.
You've always heard about Juneteenth. You always heard about, the Emancipation Proclamation, but that wasn't the official day that the slaves were free.
Sure.
Now,
The official day came later.
right on June 19th.
19th.
The exact year, I feel bad. I don't know the exact year right now.
Much better.
Definitely, someone correct me on the exact year, but that was when
Yeah, that was
the
it.
last.
It was in the freeze.
That was when the last
That's what I think what I need.
Union onslaught basically came to
Yeah,
to
sure.
what they thought was the last
Now,
slave plantation to
I
free
posted,
those slaves.
I posted today on my personal Facebook
Right.
that, and I wanted to bring this up, but again, only white guy in the group, like, I don't know if it's appropriate or not, but I wanted to bring this up today because
Overlook everything else.
I think this is a huge moment for our country.
It is.
Right? Because as of today, this is a federal holiday,
Yep.
right? And I don't know that everybody really truly understands what the significance of a federal holiday is. But what this means is that bank workers, postal workers, government employees, all these people in, let's be honest, fucking Alabama, Oklahoma, Texas, Utah, all these places now have a day off, right?
Yeah.
Not the average Joe that works for the convenience store or whatever, but all these people that work for these government-related outlets, right? Now have a day off today.
Yeah.
I so feel you, man.
And I would bring up the idea that a lot of these folks in a lot of these states woke up this morning with an email from their boss, or maybe yesterday afternoon or whatever, saying, you now have the day off today. And they went, why? Why do I have the day off?
Right.
And they are forced to do the research, and they are forced to look into it and go, oh, okay,
Yeah.
I have a day off now every year on this day because of this significant event in American history. And yes, our country has and I got a couple comments on my personal Facebook today. Like, fuck that shit. We have a long way to go. We're not close. I say wrong. I say this is a moment of progress in America because there are I hate to say it, but racists everywhere
Right.
that now have a day off of work that have to go, oh shit, okay. This is a recognizable, real thing
Yeah.
that I never heard of before a year ago.
Well, most
And
of
I
them
will-
probably haven't even heard of it until now.
Well, no, I mean, last year it got in the news really hard, right? Like,
Right.
Juneteenth 2020 was a major fucking deal, right? But before that, would you ever in your life have seen an article on the cover of CNN or Fox News or fucking NBC or God knows whatever other outlet you pay attention to
No.
recognizing Juneteenth?
No.
No.
Not any major outlet.
I will be the first person to admit that prior to this day last year, or maybe a week earlier, when that whole thing about Trump holding the rally today,
Right.
or tomorrow, it was tomorrow. Last year it was tomorrow.
Right.
When that news first came out, even my reply was, "The fuck is Juneteenth? I never heard of that shit before. I don't know what that is."
Well, you know, it's something that in black culture, you have certain black cultures that have never heard of it, but a lot of us have always celebrated it as well.
Yeah, yeah.
And this does give legitimacy to it. I don't want to, spend too much time because
No,
it's
but I
hot
think
as
it's
fuck.
worth talking about.
But it is. It's definitely hot.
Now the sun's going down a little bit,
Right.
so we're feeling
But
better.
but it's something that I'll tell our viewers without us getting too deep down there and going an hour talk about it.
Yeah.
And giving them all the information they need on this because we do need to talk about the añejo and the Siempre.
Oh, let's get into that. Yeah.
But
Okay, go ahead. Finish.
go out, Google what Juneteenth is, and educate yourself. That's going to be the best way to do it.
Honestly, if you're black or you're white or you're Latino or you're Asian or whatever you may be, and you are not fully familiar with what this holiday, and let's call it what it is now a holiday.
Yeah.
You all are going to now have a day off from this point forward. Go out and Google what this is and what it means to your neighbors, what it means to your friends, what it means to your family members, and figure it out. Because in my mind, we still have a long way to go.
We do.
But this is a major step in progress where people in areas that have no black people, people in areas that have no diversity at all, now have a forced, other than the only one of the year, which is MLK Day, other than the only one of the year prior to this, everybody you know now has a second day of the year to celebrate this shit and pay attention to it and have no choice but to hear about it, learn about it, and all of that. That's all I got on that topic. Let's get to the añejo. Let's talk about the last Siempre.
So, Brad,
Yes.
what do you think of the añejo?
I like it. I don't really have nothing to say about the notes or nothing like that, but it's just overall, I like it. Definitely better than the other two. And I'm gonna get
What's your favorite of the three?
Yes, and I'm gonna get some of that Bardstown.
Let's put the camera on.
Hold on, give me a second. My stomach.
Stacy, you had one already?
Hey, I'm there with it.
All right, let's point the camera over to Stacy. Let him give his feedback.
The
I like
añejo
it, man.
is, that's what we've been drinking for a minute now. So añejo is my thing, and this is a good one. I like it. It's smooth. It's got a little bite to it that I like. You know what I mean? It's not overbearing, but it's just it finishes nice. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, I like it. It tastes good, and it's not sweet. That's right up my alley, man. That's what I like.
That
I
sounds
don't
like a
sweet
positive review to me.
Exactly.
There you go.
Nev, without being on camera, if you don't want to be on camera.
Oh, it's good today.
He's already been on camera 3 times today already. So
Right, Brad over there.
that ship has sailed.
No, it was not. He really wasn't though.
So, yeah,
It was
man, I
incognito.
like it. It's my favorite of the three. It's smooth. It's what I
And that comes in at about $70 a bottle,
Oh,
give
yeah?
or take.
Around
That was my next question.
60, 70?
It's not
Yeah.
bad.
It's worth
around
it.
60,
bad at all.
70. Unc only had the Blanco,
Yeah,
so
it
what was
very smooth. I liked it. It was a nice taste to it. If you didn't say
You want-
Blanco, I wouldn't have never known Blanco. I just would thought it was just a nice tequila. I didn't even think about the grades of it. It was nice though.
Yeah.
But I had another issue. My stomach was hurting. I got drunk. I was like, what the heck? But that's because never drink a slushy. And then go. Don't ever do that.
Did you say slushy?
Yeah.
he drinking big
Stop
joint.
at 7-Eleven on the way over
when
here?
them slushies, yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
fair enough.
What
yeah.
that Blanco run for?
The Blanco is like around like 35,
So
40.
it's 35,
Yeah.
45,
Yeah, that's
65
That's reasonable.
is essentially what we're talking about.
And I
And if
mean,
you're
that's
outside of
actually
the
a good
Chicago
Blanco.
market,
I
look
don't
for this stuff.
drink
'cause you're gonna
Blancos
find it.
regularly.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
actually pretty good. It's smooth.
It's nice.
It's not harsh. It's like, it's
I
pretty
would
good.
buy it.
I'll buy it. Yeah,
I would buy
absolutely.
it for 35, yeah.
I'd buy it.
But for 70, it's not bad.
The other one I haven't tasted.
Hey, it ain't no C note though.
That's what I'm saying.
It ain't no C note.
Oh, true.
Well,
At
it's
115.
notate, but hey,
gotta
everybody
know
ain't
it's
notate. This ain't about notate today.
Right.
Man.
We talking about this. We know other.
Yeah. And I'll throw it out there that the one I've drank today, the Bardstown Prisoner. If you are a bourbon person, and we do have a lot of bourbon people watching this show,
Right.
if you're a bourbon person, anytime you can find a Bardstown Bourbon Company release, go get it, because almost everything they've done up to this point is just absolutely fantastic. I give them more than 2 thumbs up. They're blenders, they're agers, they're people, they're just fantastic. So, yeah.
I'll give my final thoughts on this. I like this a lot. To me personally, for the price, I would definitely like put it on the bar, let everyone drink it, bring it to parties and everything.
Yeah. You're not gonna be embarrassed to throw the Siempre on your bar.
No,
Yeah.
to me, if Siempre is on my bar for everyone to drink like those bottles are over there, people are gonna be walking away impressed. And at the price range, I'm not mad at the price. I can go out and buy a bottle anytime.
These are affordable bottles. I mean, 35, 45, 65, give or take.
right.
That's fantastic. I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
I wish we could get that way in bourbon. It's like 4-year-old, 8-year-old, 12-year-old bourbons.
Right.
This would be 50, 80, 140, right? So, in the tequila world, you're doing pretty well. You're doing pretty well. So,
And it's tasting delicious with this cigar.
yeah.
I mean,
I'm enjoying this cigar, man.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm glad I brought home 24 of them.
Right. But I would say anyone that has Siempre, it's in your alley, it's not too expensive of a price.
Do you
so
know
go and put it
anything
on your
about
bar.
what markets they're currently available in, or no?
I know they're in the West Coast, East Coast, and down south right now.
So they kind of haven't
Right.
come Midwest yet.
Midwest is still
You got
bourbon
something on
country.
your hand.
Huh?
A very large bug on your finger. Your glass just flew away. Now it's on your head.
Whatever. Fuck it. Get off my head. But yeah, I would say if you can find it in your market, go and get a bottle. It's not too expensive. Go and put it on your bar.
Yeah,
You
cheers
won't be
to
disappointed.
these guys for sending us these bottles, helping us help you come up with new tequilas to drink. And I don't know, do we have any? Are we good? Are we done? Anything
Really
else we
done,
need to cover today?
If any other brands out there want to submit their tequila, you want to
Yeah.
be on the free tequila submission program, just submit them. We'll make them a part of our Friday show.
And if you're looking for these guys, you'll find the tags in our post today. You'll find a Bardstown tag in our post today. Thanks to the Peanut Gallery. You guys are always amazing.
For sure.
I guess that's it. We'll say goodbye, and we'll catch you guys next week at the same time, more than likely, although not definitely, from my house. Yeah, cheers, everybody, and thanks.
Time you're taking away
One more here.
slavery
A little
is in
toast.
schools and,
Cheers.
what led
See you
to
next
this
week.
fucking holiday. What the fuck are you gonna tell the kids when you know what I mean?